Hi, my name is Bob Dunn. I'm the court reporter for the Berkshire Eagle. I've been asked to talk for a minute or two about covering the Joseph Buffis Trial. The former Lee police chief was convicted yesterday in federal court on a charge of extortion. He was found not guilty on 10 other counts of money laundering and wire fraud. I think the way that verdict broke down, I think, surprised a lot of people. People I spoke to who had been paying attention to the trial thought if it was going to be a split verdict like that, it would have broken down the other way with the extortion charge perhaps being a not guilty. Jurors had asked a couple of questions indicating they were having trouble with that count in particular, and then guilty findings on the rest. So I think the fact that it broke down the opposite way surprised some folks. Lori Levinson, Mr. Buffis' attorney, would say that that was due to the relative weakness of the government's case proving wire fraud and money laundering, whether it was that or whether it was the government not drawing a clear enough line for the jury from A to B to C to show the laundering that they hope to prove is up for debate. It was a relatively long trial, a little over 3 weeks, but despite a lot of it hinged on bank records and checks and deposits and things like that, I thought it was interesting throughout. And I think a lot of people asked how Mr. Buffis handled himself in court, especially during 6 hours of cross-examination on the stand when frankly he had to hear some pretty unflattering things about how he ran his personal finances, how he ran the toy fund he was accused of stealing from, and all of that. But throughout the trial, didn't show a lot of reaction to the testimony, remained pretty stoic, and even during his time on the stand was pretty composed and matter of fact, and even through that cross-examination, which was pretty intense sometimes. But no, I thought it was interesting throughout. Hopefully, the readers and the people who were checking out the blog thought so as well. A lot of great feedback from the people in and around Lee who were really invested in the outcome of this, and were very interested to hear what was happening. So it was a great experience, and one of the more interesting trials I've been lucky enough to cover.